What's up, guys? It's Matt back with vlog number 3. If you watched the first two, thank you. If you didn't, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. But watch the first two, for real. And again, for anyone that's been watching, and I really appreciate you. And for anyone who's been watching and reaching out and telling me that what I'm saying is affecting your life, I appreciate you even more. Again, if anything that I'm saying in the slightest is helping you, reach out, tell me, because that's amazing. But for this vlog, I want to talk about just having dope ideas and not acting on them. So many of us have amazing, amazing ideas that just die in our heads. And we just sit on our ass. And I don't know if it's because we're worried about what people think or we're worried about actually putting in the work to do it. But we let ideas die. And you never know which of your ideas could pop off and just change your life forever. I'll give you an example. Kyle, artist, rapper, you probably know him for his song I Spy with Lil Yachty. It became the #1 song in America. And he almost didn't release it because he thought it wasn't artistic enough and it might affect his fans' perceptions of him in a negative way. So this dude had the #1 song in America and he almost didn't release it. The song changed his life forever and he almost didn't release it. Now, how many of you have amazing ideas in your head that literally could change your life that you're not acting on? And why aren't you acting on them? I was the same way for a while, like I said, but I'm at the point now where anytime an idea pops into my head, I write it down and I figure out how to put it into action because you literally never know. You could have something that you think is the stupidest idea in your head, but it literally becomes massive. And there's countless, countless examples of it. And I just don't think any of us are in the position to not act on ideas that we have. It's actually riskier to not act than it is to act and fail. Because if you fail, at least you know going forward that you tried it and that you can learn from it. And I guess for this video, so I just want to talk a little bit about my life, just a project that I kind of worked on, and I want to talk about why many of you don't act on ideas and how you can better act on them going forward. So the first thing you always have to do, like I mentioned, speak it into existence, put it out there, have people hear you say it. Because if you never put it out there and you only keep it inside, you're never gonna act on it. So you gotta add that pressure, and people have to hear you say it. So you have to hold yourself to it. And if you don't do that, you're never gonna act on it. So that's the first step. And the second step is you have to take these big ideas and you have to break them down into small tasks and make them manageable. I'll give you an example. A couple years ago, I started a documentary company with my good friends Cameron called The Real Me. In short, we felt that people who were doing really dope stuff, whether it be athletes, artists, fashion designers, you name it, were being inaccurately portrayed in the media. They were being portrayed how the media wanted them to be portrayed. So we wanted to make a documentary-style video platform allowing these people which the documentary was about to completely control the direction of the content and control how they want to be portrayed. And again, this sounds like a really big endeavor, but trust me, it's not. We broke it down into small tasks. First one, conceptualize it. What do we want these documentaries to be about? What's the vibe? What's the underlying theme between all of them? Figure that out. 2, who's going to make it for us? I don't know how to film. Friend doesn't know how to edit. We went on Craigslist. This was back when I had 0 connections in the entertainment industry. We found someone who knew how to do it, and we outsourced. And we had to pay, but it was worth it. Okay, so now we know what these documentaries are going to be about and who's going to make them. Third, who's going to be in them? I mentioned these people, but who do we want to do a documentary on? We did a ton of social media research, and we tried to find people that were doing cool stuff, poppin' stuff, that were going to be big soon, almost like an A&R. And I'll get to this a little bit later, but one person we did it on was She Loves Michi, and that worked out really, really well. Michi was probably like 90 or 100,000 followers when we found him. So he was big, but he wasn't nearly as big as he is now. In the video, he actually talked about how one day he wants to work with Future. Fast forward to today, he has 700,000 followers on Instagram and tours with Future. Okay, so now we know what the documentary is going to be about, we know who's going to make it, and we know who's going to be in it. How do we get in touch with that person? All of these people that you guys fuck with have booking emails in their bio. Reach out. They all are looking for opportunities. I emailed Michi's manager. We went back and forth. He loved what we were doing. He felt that, yeah, you're right. You're right, Matt. Everyone knows Michi from his dancing, but nobody knows that much about him as a person. So we want to work with you. Boom. That's literally start to finish. We have our documentary. We have our first one. We go down to Atlanta. We make it. The documentary ends up getting 200,000 views, and it's awesome. Now, I mentioned earlier that we outsource on Craigslist, so we ended up having to pay these people. And after a couple of videos, we realized that we were spending more than we were making. So we ended up not being able to continue with the documentary. But let me tell you what came from it. So to this day, I'm still close with Michi. Anytime we're in the same city, we link up. He's introduced me to Ray Shremmerd. He's introduced me to countless other people. I met up with him on the Summer 16 tour when he was touring with Future. Like, just because this video it didn't pop off, it wasn't a major success like this documentary company, I'm in a way better place because of it, and I've met so many people because of it. Another example, in one of the other videos we made, which we ended up not putting out, I met a lady who would then introduce me to my future boss at Epic Records. So literally, it got me an internship. It got my foot in the door in the music and entertainment industry. And if you were to ask me back then, when I was starting, like, would you be cool if this didn't blow up? I'd be like, nah, I don't want it. If it's not going to blow up, I don't want to do it. But you never know how an idea that you're going to act on is going to help you in life. Like, you have no idea. And the Real Me it's traced like a line of connections of people that I've met, all starting back then, that I could never have in a million years imagined. And it's quite frankly like helped me become where I am today. And so that's another thing is like, don't get caught up in one idea of success. Everything that you do, whether it succeeds or not, is just a step along the journey. And all I know now is that the Real Me helped me make insane connections for my next endeavor. So it's all part of the journey, and it's not the end result. So again, you never know what the idea that you don't act on, how it could change your life. Like, you just don't. And again, like, that's scary. It's scary that there's something floating around in your head that you're not doing shit about that could change your life forever. So again, speak it into existence. Have people hear you say it. Put yourself out there. Sink or swim, just fucking do it. Then, take a big task, break it down. Check off the boxes. I guarantee you'll get it done, and I guarantee you'll feel better about each other. Third, be open to the process. Be open to the fact that this might not work out how you wanted to, but at least you did it, and it will work out in a way that will help you, even though you're not necessarily sure of what that will be. So, again, just do shit. Don't be one of those people that sits around and says, "Oh, that's a multi-million-dollar company. I thought of that idea, but I didn't do shit about it." No, act on it. You're taking a bigger risk if you don't. Too many of us sit on our ass. The world would be a doper place if we just act on our ideas. So thank you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're working on, and just keep going.